This game preview is brought to you by Manscaped's Premium Ultra Soft Boxer Briefs 2.0. Complete with the all-new jewel pouch to protect your stones. Use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Manscaped, the perfect tools to protect your jewels.
Next game on our list is the 0-1 Patriots traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. The Patriots are actually 2-point favorites in this game. Again, that's probably another coin flip when you see those low. What are you looking at me like that for?
It's not a coin flip. They're on the road and they're favored by 2. That's not a coin flip. That means they're heavily favoring the Patriots.
Really?
Yeah, you get 3 points at home. Steelers at home normally would be neutral. They get 3 points. They basically have the Patriots better than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
Significant margin.
So by a significant margin, the Patriots are favored to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, which put your money down on the Steelers in this game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to get into my prediction too early here, but lay the money down on the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. Either way, the Patriots 0-1, Steelers 1-0. The last time the Patriots started 0-1 was 2001. So maybe that's what maybe they're factoring in history.
0-2, you mean?
0-2. Sorry, 0-2. Last time they started 0-2 was 2001. But getting into this game and diving deeper, the New England Patriots favored in this game, not favored by us. We'll get into the full predictions later. But last week, we saw the New England Patriots run more 4 wide receiver sets in the NFL than any other team in week 1. Is that a problem? Do you think that's a problem for the New England Patriots that they're running so many 4 wide receiver sets? Like, they don't have the wide receivers to run 4 wide receiver set. Like, I feel like that's a problem. Am I wrong?
No, it's absolutely not a problem. This is exactly what we asked for, right? We asked for the Patriots to unleash Mac Jones, to not be so conservative. I mean, at least it's what I asked for, to show what kind of quarterback he was actually going to be. Even Alicia agrees. I think I am okay with that, but it goes to show you that they can't do it. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not mad that they did it, because I think they needed to prove that why they picked Mac Jones. And this is what we talked about. Can Mac Jones spread it out and do what he needs to do? Well, I'm sorry, but 21-30 for 213 yards, not good enough. Averaging just 7 yards per completion, not good enough. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, not good enough. The man had a 9.7 QBR. 9.7. 9.7. I don't know. That looks like an average yards per. This is what the New England Patriots were saying that they had to do. Allow Mac Jones to fly. Well, guess what? He flew and he ran into a tree. He can't fly.
And hurt his back.
His wings now need to be clipped. They need to scale them back again and say, you know what? We need to be a run-first team, play action, accurate over the middle, find our tight ends, find Devontae Parker. That's what they should be doing. But you can't do that because you invested in Mac Jones as a franchise quarterback. And guess what franchise quarterbacks have to be in today's NFL? Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, Joe Burrow. Those guys.
Don't disrespect Lamar.
Lamar's different because their offense is different, but they've recognized that and they built it around that. Yeah. And New England hasn't. So they have to be that. And the fact of the matter is he's not that. And now they're in limbo. They don't know what to do. And then you got Matt Patricia and, Joe Judge calling plays and stuff. They're confused. So the New England Patriots are a mess. They are an absolute mess.
And that's what it sounds like coming out of that answer that you just gave me, because I asked you the question of, is that a problem that the New England Patriots are running the most 4 wide receiver sets in the league last week? You basically said it is a problem, but it's what the New England Patriots are going to do because they have Mac Jones. They need Mac Jones to prove it, and it's what we wanted.
It's what they have to do. It's what they have to do to prove me wrong. Yeah. The only way they can prove me wrong is to do that and have Mac Jones be successful. And I'm saying this is why it was a dumb pick. This is why he wasn't the future ever, because he's not that type of quarterback at the NFL level. You need to he's accurate but he's not the guy that's going to spread it out and just bam, bam, fling it all over the field. That's not Mac Jones. So, yes, they have to do it in order for him to pay off what they want him to be. And that's the problem.
No arguments here.
Patriots are in trouble, man.
Yeah,
Patriots are in trouble.
I agree. On the other side of things, the Pittsburgh Steelers, we talked about it early on in the show that now TJ Watt is put on IR and he's actually expected to miss 6 games for the Steelers. Without TJ Watt, the Steelers are 0-4 since 2017 without TJ Watt in the lineup. That may change in this game. But who do you think needs to step up the most on the defense in TJ Watt's absence?
His replacement? I mean, I guess it's Malik Reed if you want me. No, I don't. I think it's just a team effort. I think Coach Tomlin will scheme up defense. I don't think there will ever be an issue with Pittsburgh being able to scheme up a defense. After watching what I watched, what they did to a Cincinnati Bengals offense, who everybody was high on, new offensive line. We're going to block for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, smoking cigar, whatever he wants to do. I don't know. Came out and they looked like the old Cincinnati Bengals. And a lot of that credit has to go to Mike Tomlin and what that defense was able to do. So I'm not really concerned about one guy. I'd be more concerned about, as a collective unit, how do we generate pressure? Maybe it's now up the middle more with Tyson Alualua, Cameron Hayward, and those boys. And then you get Larry Ogunjobi on the outside working a little bit. I think that's more of what I'm looking for. Devin Bush and Miles Jack maybe blitz a little bit more. Minka Fitzpatrick making more plays in the secondary. To me, it's got to be a collective effort because TJ Watt is so good at getting to the passer. But again, it's hard not to have faith in Mike Tomlin and that defense.
Yeah.
Now, the Steelers have a lot of issues. They can't run the football. The offensive line play is still not good. And Mitch Trubisky still got to figure out how to get big plays. But the fact of the matter is that defense will show up. And I think that's going to be big for the Steelers in this one.
Yeah, we talked about we talked about how in that Thursday night matchup it's Mahomes versus Herbert, the big quarterback matchup. This almost is like a big matchup, but at the coaching position, you got Bill Belichick and Mike Tomlin, some of the greatest coaches of all time, basically going at it. And I mean, Mike Tomlin's been showing he is that dude as head coach and being able to find ways to win with nothing. Bill Belichick has not. Well, I can't say Bill Belichick hasn't because he made it to the playoffs last year with what Mac Jones. This is a true test. I think this is a true test for both teams, both coaches, to say, okay, do it with nothing. Because on offense, well, I digress. Steelers in this game, 23-17.
I think this is an extremely defensive game. I'm going to go 17-13 Steelers.
Ooh, I like that score.